When implementing the Max Maths primary series, the digital resources are an amazing way for the lessons to come to life in the classroom. Here, our addition lesson can be seen using our computer and a projector, or in this case, a TV. The lesson's clearly seen by our children, and what I can do is I can zoom in, or I can look at one page at a time by clicking this button here. And this allows me to show the children the question without showing the answers below. And therefore, if I wanted them to have a go at this question, then I can just place this in the screen and give them 5-10 minutes with their resources, like the deans, to have a go and then come back together again. The digital resources allows us to also highlight keywords. So if we wanted to highlight the fact that the bicycle costs $87 and the helmet costs $45, what is the total cost? So some of the keywords there, total cost of both the bicycle and helmet, can be highlighted so that we can rephrase if we need to. If the children are not sure what total cost means, we can rephrase that so that they understand what to do in the question. The digital resource also allows you to write your own text. So if I click on the text box and I create a text box, and I can then write whatever I want to write to remind my children or remind myself about a certain point in the lesson. Because as teachers, we know the lesson sometimes takes over and we might forget one or two things that are key to the lesson, like a question that we want to ask. And so having the question in front of us on the digital resource allows us not to forget those key parts of our lesson. Other aspects that you might want to use, I know most teachers like to use, are things like the timer. We can set a timer in minutes and seconds. So this is a 30-second timer. I can start and the 30 seconds starts, and by the end, it will make a kind of an alarm noise that allows us and the class to hear everything and allows the class to realize that it's time to stop. Other features such as writing, we can write something with a pen, like an interactive whiteboard. If you have that, that's brilliant. You can use a mouse. So I'm using this interactive whiteboard. You can use a mouse as well. Highlighters I've already shown. And there's the alarm. Thankfully, it's not time for us to stop, but we can close that and that goes away. We've got other aspects, a personal note, so that if you wanted a personal note where you don't want the children to actually read, then you can click on the personal note and you can click and you can write a personal note, and then that will close, or you can cancel and close, and you've got a note here and it pops up every time you click on that. Finally, we've got the continuous mode, which allows us to either have 2 pages like this, or by pressing the continuous mode, we have 1 page at a time. We scroll down to see the rest of the page. This is really helpful to make the screen bigger, enlarge the screen so that your children can read the questions, but also to hide some of the key components like the solutions, for example. Another one of the key features is the audio that comes along with the digital resource. If you have children that find certain words very challenging to understand, you can click.
What is the pair for to?
So here, you've got a whole sentence with some missing parts. In the digital resource, you have other activities. And so by clicking on these, you can see a worksheet that's very interactive. We can pair the answers together, pair 2 numbers that go together, and then I'm going to randomly put some together to show you that by the end, we have some answers that are correct and some that are incorrect. And we can submit, and it says you score 2 out of 6, which is 33%, which I hope to do better next time round. I can check my answers and see which one I got right and which one I got wrong. And then we can have a discussion in our group to go through why we may have got that wrong. What's the misconception in this lesson? We can reset the activity if we want to start again. And we can also show the answers straight away if we wanted to as well. So that's one of the key elements of the digital resource, is the interactive worksheets that you won't find in the books or the teacher's guide.